everybody, I'm here with 31 Days of Tarot, days 15 to 21. I want to again thank Ethany for doing this. She's done this for the past few years, and it's been great to watch like other people's 31 days, see what their answers are. I love to see that. It's just interesting and fascinating. So I hope that you enjoy mine as well. So I'm going to go through the questions for days 15 to 21 and talk about them. Number 15 is, what is your favorite pop culture tarot reader? So I had to really think about this because I actually was like, I know that lately there's been more of that in television, but it wasn't super common to see it kind of in the past. But I think I have to go with a classic. I think I have to go with Solitaire, James Bond's Live and Let Die. I think that's what is it called? I can't remember what the name of that movie is called. Isn't that crazy? I remember the song that goes with it because it's Paul McCartney, but I can't remember what that one is called, but it's one of my favorites. I think, the whole thing about her losing her powers once she like has sex is like ridiculous. The whole movie's ridiculous, quite frankly, but I really love the ridiculous James Bonds. I actually don't really care for the newer ones that are like really dark and really serious. I love the ridiculous James Bonds with the over-the-top villains, the impossible crazy ways to kill him. Like, why did they put him on the crocodile farm, I mean, they could just shoot him, but no, they put him somewhere and then they leave so they don't see him escape. Like, just ridiculous stuff like that. But Solitaire, I think that's just like a classic. I love her like outfits and things. It's just like, it's so over the top and hilarious. And the whole thing with the lover's card, and he has a deck that's just all full of lover's cards to trick her. It's just ridiculous, but I love it. So what can I say? That's my favorite. Number 16, paint, draw, or collage your 2020 card, and why did you choose that card? Okay, I didn't paint or collage it because I don't have time. But anyway, my card for the year is the Hermit. And I calculated that there's kind of a standard system for calculating it where you take your month and your birthday number and you add them together. So in my case, I'm born on August 15th. So 15 and 8 is 23. So you take that number and you add it to the year. So 2020 plus 23 is 2043. And then add those digits together. So 2 plus 4 is 6, plus 3 is 9. So there you go. It is the Hermit. So if you end up with a number that's greater than 22, and 22 is the Fool, then you reduce it down. So say you ended up with the number 36. Well, you would add 3 and 6 and you'd get 9, the Hermit. So that's the basic gist of how you calculate it. So I didn't choose it. I calculated it. But the Hermit is a card that, I actually kind of feel after going through an 8-year, which is Strength, I'm kind of looking forward to having a Hermit year. I'm kind of looking forward to having a little more quiet time. And that certainly has happened this year so far. I reduced my regular job hours, so I'm able to have a little more time for what I want to do. The Hermit's also about finding your own path, guiding yourself, being your own light in the world. So those are all really positive things. So definitely looking forward to a Hermit year, that's for sure. Number 17, what celebrity would you read for and why? Oh my gosh, there are so many people I would love to read for. Of course, any of my favorite rock stars I would love to read for. Of course, any of the GNR guys. Ozzy Osbourne, he's got a tour coming up. He's got a new album. It would be great to read for him, see what's in the future going on for him. I'd also love to read for like Meghan and Harry, especially with all the changes that have been going on with their role in the royal family, see what's going on for them. There's just like, I think a lot of people I would love to read for, but those are the ones that are kind of top of mind that I'd love to read for. You know what? I love reading cards for people, so I think most people would be fine. As long as not someone that is like a bad person, not to get into politics, but I think we all know who I'm talking about, that I would not want to read for because it'd be way too biased anyway. But generally speaking, lots of people I'd love to read for. But those are the celebrities top of mind I would like to read for. Best deck for meditation or journey work. In my opinion, for me, I really like the Shadowscapes Tarot. The pictures are just so beautiful and so detailed. I think that you could really do a wonderful, amazing meditation with any of these cards, do journey work with any of these. There's such a lovely Fae energy. Every time I look at these, even though I've had these cards for years, I just see more and more things going on in the pictures, and that's why I think it would be just great for meditation and journey work. I really love too that it's very elemental. For example, the pentacles, you know, they're very earthy. Look at this, it's got a little owl there. There'd be like so many just like animals and plants to talk to, and sort of like fairy-like creatures. The cups are all very mermaidish. Beautiful turtles and fish, and look at there's seahorse. Like I just feel I always see more and more in these. So these I think are really, really great for that. Especially if you're into kind of like, you know, fairy and fae energy. Number 19, best deck for ritual or magic. The deck that I use in rituals is actually just the Rider-Waite, especially I have this little Rider-Waite in a tin. So if I'm doing spells where I'm involving tarot cards, I like these because they're little. And I think that the images on them are very iconic. So I think they really speak well to sort of the subconscious and the collective subconscious. For example, we've got a little magician here. So you can like put that under like a candlestick. You know, you can photocopy this, cut it out. You can like put it in a spell jar, put it in a mojo bag. They're just like, I think, really handy, these little cards like this. And like I said, you know, the images are very straightforward because we're used to seeing the Rider-Waite, you know, especially in our culture. So they kind of hold that collective energy of that card. So that's why I like using those. Favorite lovers card and why? I had to really think about this because I don't know if I have a favorite. There are a lot of really good lovers cards out there. As I drop my cards. All right, I will pick that up after. But I'm going to find, this is the Revelations Tarot, which I have been using for my readings. If you follow me on Instagram, my daily draws, as well as if you're on my Patreon, I do the tarot scopes every week. This is my deck that I'm using for the month. And I should have pulled out the Lovers cards before I filmed this, but you know, whatever. Let's get going. The reason I like this deck so much is because it has reversal images. So it has a right side up image. It also has a reversal image. So it's really great for learning reversals, I think. But I like the Lovers card because it kind of shows in the upside down image echoes of the Devil. And if you have studied the Lovers and the Rider and the Devil card and the Rider-Waite, they are echoes of each other. So, finally found it. We have here in the upright position, you can see we've got the angel, we've got the two together. This is a very sort of typical type of Lovers card. And then when you turn it upside down, we've got an echo of the Devil here. And we've got here the bodies intertwining, the sort of the new bodies. It's very much a echo of the Devil card, which in the Rider-Waite, they are echoes of each other. So I find that very, very interesting and very fascinating, and sort of shows you like this is sort of like a more positive and this is more negative. So I really enjoy this Lover card. Plus I really enjoy all the colors and sort of that stained glass imagery and that angel and devil I really, really enjoy. So that is one of my favorite Lovers cards. Also, favorite 3-card spread and why? I think the 3-card spread I use the most is, I actually have it on my Etsy shop. It's called like the Break Free. So it shows you what your problem is, like the challenge that you're dealing with. And then the second card is the next action you can take, what you're being challenged to do to get out of things, and then the outcome. I don't really use past, present, future because we already know what the past is. So I like using that one because it identifies, here's what the problem is. Here's what you need to do, the action you need to take to resolve things, and then here's what's going to happen. Here's where the energy is flowing. So I find it's a very quick problem-solving type of reading and type of spread. Like I use it all the time for myself as well, because it's like, okay, what's the issue here? What do I need to do? Where is this going? It's just like very much like let's get to the point, quick, snappy answers. So I really enjoy that 3-card spread. But there's like 3-card spreads are so useful. You can use them for so many things like past, present, future. I also do like a monthly one for my patrons where it's like, here's the opportunities for the month, here's the challenges, and here's your overall theme. So I think 3-card spreads are really adaptable, and I really, I enjoy using them. But that other one is the break free one, is the one I use like the most. So that's my 31 Days Tarot for the week. I will be back next week. I think I'm going to finish them all. I'm going to go from days 22 to 31 just because I like to do these tarot videos on Tuesdays and I want to just kind of like wrap up the whole thing. So it might be a little bit longer next week, but it's been really fun doing these. It's like a nice way to start off the year doing these tarot videos. So thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in a reading, you can go to my Etsy shop down below. Take a look at those, including like the break free one. If you're interested in that. But otherwise, I will be back tomorrow with a witchy chat video. So I hope you join me for that. And as always, thank you so much for watching. And thank you as always to my patrons for being amazing and awesome and supporting me. And I just appreciate it so much. And as always, peace and love and